Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 2 Beasts 1 East. I am your host, AK Eagles, and this is the other host right here, Boyz4Life. How you doing, brother?
Oh, it has been a excellent Friday today, man, and you know why.
Yeah, no.
Great Friday.
Listen, it's funny that you say that. We will be getting into some football talk here soon, guys. But to start off, listen, man, it was quite funny because I actually got to sleep in a little bit today, so I didn't wake up till like 10 a.m., right?
Yeah.
And I wake up to my phone just vibrating. I'm like, okay, what's going on? I flip the bitch over, turn it on. I'm like, and instantly Mitch is calling me. I'm like, oh shit. If I'm getting a call from Mitch at 10 a.m., something's wrong, right?
Yeah.
So I answer and he's like, yo, did you see what happened today? I'm like, dude, I'm just rolling out of bed. What's up? He's like, you got to check it out. I said, all right, so I'll call you back. I roll out of bed, man, and I open the phone. I see you message me. I read it, and dude, I didn't even have coffee in me yet. Hell, I didn't even need coffee. That shit woke me right up, bro. I was like, word, all right, this is what we're doing today. All right, I get it. No, and shout out to Key in the building real quick. She does the countdowns for hardcore sports and my channel, the one you see with Jalen Hurts, and she also does the intro for my channel. She also does the intro for 2 Beasts 1 East and many other people. Shout out to her and all she does behind the scenes. She is, our Eagle mom, so to speak. She takes care of each and every one of us in certain ways, whether it's graphics, whether it's intros or whatever she can do. So appreciate you, Key, for all your support, and shout out to you, and definitely go check out her channel and sub up. She's doing great things.
Yeah. She does great intros. She does my stuff too, so
Yeah.
Man, dude, I don't even know how it got started. I can't even remember how that thing happened this morning. All I just know is this, like, I've seen him on the lives and whatnot, and he's very unoriginal. He agrees with everyone all the time. Someone says, he goes, yeah, I got that stuff too. I had it too, and this, and then to see him talking today and how aggressive he got, real quick for no reason, dude. I was sitting in the work truck, like still kind of half asleep, just talking shit, football, right? Talking football shit. And I was just getting under his skin, and next thing I know, I'm being called the N-word, and I just busted out laughing. And then all of a sudden, I'm keep reading because Big Play Slaves go in there too, and then all I read is something about a chocolate head, and I think I was drinking something, and I damn near lost my water this morning. I think I damn near spit it out of my mouth in the truck because this Teletubby fat boy looking dude, as Big Play Slay was calling him this morning, lives in his mama's house probably. Look, he's a 15-year-old kid. I don't want to talk too bad about him, but just the fact that he said those words, it was really surprising. Not in a bad way. It was more of a surprise, like haha, like what? Where did that come from? And I just found it extremely funny. But the funny part is my day didn't end there.
I don't even know why I laughed so hard right there, man. I don't know if it's how you said it, but I won't lie, man. Slay is not lying when he says it was one of the funniest days. Like I said, man, I rolled out of bed. I finally got your messages. I got and then I had to go back and obviously read how it all started.
Yeah.
And once I read it, dude, I was like, I am not even awake enough for this shit yet. And then after like an hour of being up, you messaged me again with the other news we'll get to. But yeah, continue. Sorry.
No, man, it was fun. Next thing I know, I'm being blocked. I was like, "Why are you blocking me?" He asked me, he goes, "Don't be ruining my life like EC1." I was like, "I'm not even doing anything." Like I'm not even doing. And then I got called the N-word, and that's when I retweeted it, and I tagged a whole bunch of people, and I was like, "Really? Like this is what we're doing? This 15-year-old white boy is gonna be calling me that? Like I'm not even like." And then. Like, I'm not, like, talking shit or I just find it funny because I get this all the time. And then, like, everyone goes, oh, this, you got a white, everyone's calling me white. And I was like, well, I appreciate it, but, I'm not that lucky. I didn't win that much of the life jackpot. So I'm actually Hispanic. And everyone's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I was like, dude, I don't give a shit. Like I don't give a fuck. Like you want to think I'm white? Like I check white on the box all the time when they ask me what race I am because there's not brown. So I'm like, okay, I'm white. So like I'm just like I don't give a shit. It is what it is.
Yeah, now listen, for my defense, you guys are probably wondering why I'm laughing so hard because I have known this man for probably about a year now. Me and him got off to a rough start. He knows that. I know that. But we worked it out. We went, we man to man talked and then worked our shit out. And now look at us. But I laughed so hard because, in all honesty, I told him backstage before we even started, hell, I'm one of his good friends on here, man. And I didn't even know you were Hispanic.
Nah, it's all good, man. It's all good.
No, so you hide it well.
Oh, yeah, I know. It was funny. I remember when I was doing my troll videos. I had a guy from the Giants. His name's Meet the Mets.
Yeah.
He was talking about how I dressed. That I don't dress like a Hispanic. I was like, "What do you mean I don't dress like a fucking Hispanic?" Because I wear Express and nice shirts and Ralph Lauren and collared shirts. Like how I just found it funny. He said I dress like a frat white boy, and I was like, "Well, I appreciate it, but I don't go around raping people. So no, I don't do none of that stuff. And
Wait,
I'm not
what?
secretly gay. No, because he called me he said I dress like a frat boy, right? Like I dress like a white frat boy, and I was like, no, I'm not secretly gay. I'm okay. I'm not secretly gay. It's okay. I like women.
Oh,
But no, man, that wasn't. And to top it all off, that wasn't the end of my day. My phone goes off like right after I get done with that incident. My phone goes off again. I was like, oh, okay, what's going on here? And then it's actually Eagle Speed who decided to come back out of nowhere, and then tag Brunson in a shirt and a picture of a half done hat that says CDC on it, and all hell breaks loose the rest of the day. Like Eagle fans retweeting my picture, talking shit. Lord Brunson is retweeting it, saying that it's sad and da 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 and this and that. Talking about trademarks. And I'm like, well, you probably have hurt season trademarks, but you don't have CD season trademark. And there's about like 8 other companies with season spelled the way you have it spelled. So, I mean, if I were to put out anything, what kind of trouble would I even be getting into? So, just knowing that happened, I think I am just like I told you. I think I am just gonna go have a hat made and start wearing it, and then possibly have some shirts made, and then just mail them out to some people, and then have them believe that like I'm actually selling these.
bro, you really know how to stir shit up, don't you?
dude. I
It's
mean,
really amazing, man.
yeah, dude. I know how to get under people's skin. I mean, I found out, like, especially when I made that hate week video last week. Oh, not last week, last year, when it was Brunson's turn to get it, and I talked about his. He was real sensitive about it. I mean, think I got all of like 50
Up
views.
Cowboys.
I think I got all of 50 views on that video, and he ended up calling me, telling me next time I see you, which he's never seen me
Subnormal.
ever. He said he was gonna slap the shit out of me, and I was like, okay. And before I got to even say anything, he just hung up on me, and I was like, okay. And then I finally make a Twitter this year, and guess what? I was blocked when I added him because he's still upset about all that stuff. So it's just I just know how to get under people's skin, and I love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
No, I know, man, and I actually that's why I hold a lot of respect for you because not many people could do what you do and do it successfully for as long as you have. Uh,
Yeah.
and I just give you that. We'll just leave it there, actually. But
Yeah.
no, man, let's talk about it. You had some injuries on your team this week. You
Mm-hmm.
had Washington go down. Now he's out, what, 6 to 8 weeks?
Yeah. No. It's 8 to 10 weeks, I
Or eight
believe.
to 10 weeks? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got some problems, man. Um, you know, what's you going to do? You are in big trouble over there, at least in my opinion. Um, good
I
luck.
mean, I don't think we're in big trouble. I mean, we have CD who's going to be stepping up this season as the number one, and from all reports that are coming out, he is torching people left and right out there. We got a young core of very inexperienced, a young core of wide receivers outside of CD Lamb.
Mhm.
Noah Brown is the most experienced, but outside of CD Lamb, none of these guys have a touchdown. None of these guys have a touchdown in the NFL. You got TJ Basher, who was an undrafted free agent signing last year. You got Fihoko, who looks good in camp and looked great in college. But then last year, like at some point, during the preseason, when it's time to play, he kind of just disappeared. And then we got Turpin, I think that's the guy's name, the special teams, and yeah. And then but that dude's all of 5'8", 5'9". So we'll see how that turns out. And then we have our rookie, who I believe is going to get a lot of targets this year because of CeeDee Lamb. And from what I've seen and what I've kind of looked at and heard in videos, he's not doing too bad. Again, he's a rookie, so I'm excited to see what this very young and inexperienced rookie core has. I don't believe, especially since we're this far out from week one, um, depending on where the Cowboys are at, going into this or going into like week 3, week 4, week 5, um, if we got a decent record, if we're 500 or we're one game above 500, and we're going into week 6, week 7, week 8, we're gonna start to get Gallup back. We're gonna get James Washington back. So I don't know if we're in that much of a world of hurt since we are this far back from the actually regular season. And I want to give a shout out real quick to Dallas Cowboys fan 1980. How you doing, man? Appreciate you for stopping by.
Yes, definitely, sir. We got 15 people in here. Please hit that like button on your way in or your way out. Appreciate you guys so much. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate it. We're both still growing here. He's growing almost to 2K, right?
Not quite. I'm almost to 1100. I am
Yep.
15 away from 1100. So
All right.
we're getting there. We're getting there, slowly but surely.
All I know, man, is listen. You're in my eyes, at least, looking at your team. Your offense took a step back. You lost some offensive linemen. You got some wide receivers who are definitely injured right now, and you're not going to have at the beginning. Yes, you might Tolbert might look good. But like I say on all this shit, even with Rager, this is practice. They're going against their
Yeah.
own guys. They're not even going 100% half the time. You'll see in game if what they truly are. Like honestly, well, That's how it is. But I just think your offense took a major step back. You know, losing Amari, I don't think you guys, when you let him go, I don't believe you guys were expecting to have happen what happened. Now that even hurts more because Amari would still at least give you a valuable weapon other than CD. Right now, all your off or defenses and defensive coordinators, if you shut down CD and you stop the run game, your offense is null.
Well, I mean, that's basically with almost every defense. If you stop someone's number one, and then stop the run game, I mean, that's everybody though.
Teams have valuable two number ones at wide receiver now. I mean, like for instance, you look at us, you got a 1A and a 1B in my eyes. At corner, you have a 1A and a 1B in Slay and Bradbury and Smith and AJ Brown. You have CD, but then who? Like you're still missing that valuable two. Where there is a lot of teams out there still with two and some with three, like Cincinnati. You know, they have Chase, Higgins, and
Boyd.
Boyd. That's a solid three. They're the only one with three. So, you know, I look at it in that way.
Yeah, I just don't feel like like a lot of people are concerned. And I mean, you rightfully can be, but I just feel like, we drafted these guys. We always keep them there on the team, either on practice squad or as a fifth string option or fourth string option. But this is what we got. We got, and like I said, depending on where we're at, we got these preseason games coming up. We got the practices coming up. If the receivers are looking bad in the preseason, don't be surprised if a T.Y. Hilton or maybe a Fuller comes in to help us. But if we're looking all right, I honestly think that we won't be bringing anyone in, especially with guys coming in, around October or the second month of the season, because James Washington should probably be back around the Eagles time when we play week 6. That's about 10 to 12 weeks out, depending on how long he's going to be out. That's around there. So, yeah. So
Honestly, bro, I'm not worried about James Washington. I mean, if you're getting,
well, I mean, I'm not. Look, I'm not saying he's
my wife's team. You know, I know a lot about him because he played for Pittsburgh, and Ange watches him every Sunday. And I get it. He does have some games where he can get some. But dude, the consistency has never been there with him. He goes against people who are better than him. He fails a lot.
Yeah, no, and even with Gallup being out and we signed him, he was never going to be our number 2 guy. It was always going to be Tolbert. Like, we knew this from the time we drafted him, and when he not even before he got minicamp or OTAs even started. Cowboy fans were already talking about how this guy's probably going to be our number 2, and this, that, and the third, and then reports come out 2-3 months later. Tolbert is expected to be starting day 1. Well, we already knew that, we already knew that. And then James Washington goes out. So it's like, okay, so this further, is, confirmed that that Tolbert is going to be our number 2 guy. Washington was probably going to be just a number 3 guy that, was probably going to take the top off the defenses because we know he's a fast guy, right? So he's probably the guy that's going to have those go routes down the field. And then when you get Michael Gallup back, then you would have Tolbert probably be moving around a lot because that's what the type of receiver he is. He is a type of guy that can play every wide receiver position. Put him in the slot, put him on the outside, doesn't matter. He's that kind of wide receiver. And then especially from what I've heard from him, what he likes to do is after practice, he'll go back to the hotel or wherever he's staying at and study every single position, wide receiver position play, like where they're supposed to be lined up, what they're supposed to be doing, so that way he knows. And I don't know, man. I just have a different feeling about this, about not only this draft class, but some of these wide receivers that are coming in, especially with Basher. And I made a video on him, Basher being 6'6", being a possible red zone threat. This kid's 6'6". Why can't we just use him we were one of the worst red zone teams the past couple of years. We can move the ball up and down the field, but once we get into the red zone, it's like run, pass, doesn't work, kick a field goal. And then when you got a guy who's 6'6", who can high point, why not just lob the ball up in the air and let him jump? Make a 50-50 ball, go up there and go get the ball. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for this wide receiving core that we got going on right now.
No, and listen, man, I'm not saying that your guys won't be able to be successful.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that. I just don't think they'll be as dynamic as what
yeah,
you were the previous years because you do have these new guys. They are learning. They are still getting to try and be NFL ready, so to speak. You know what I mean? So you're going to have some growing pains.
oh yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, and same thing with your. I mean, I get it. Devontae Smith is going into a second year with Jalen Hurts, but then you have AJ Brown. I get it; they've been best friends for however long. AJ Brown, I mean, Jalen Hurts' daughter is, or AJ Brown is godfather to Jalen Hurts' daughter, right, or something like
no,
that.
no, well, it's vice versa.
Or it's the other way around. Okay, it's the other way around.
Yeah.
But I mean, just because you're friends off the field doesn't necessarily translate onto the field. So I mean, that's got to take some time too. I mean, who knows? They might click right away, and I can be completely wrong, but at the same time, I can be completely right to where it's going to take time. And then you got a brand new defense. I mean, your whole linebacking core, aside from Edwards, is brand new, and that other guy that y'all drafted a couple years ago, Taylor, I think, or the one that's always hurt. I forget what his name is. But other than those, your defense is kind of brand new-ish.
Yeah.
Kind of reloading. Your defensive line is kind of the same, but with the guy you drafted last year, and then Jordan Davis, and then your linebacking core, and then your secondary is brand new too. I mean, you have
Well, not really. I mean, Slay's
well,
been there.
yeah,
F's been there for a couple of years.
yeah,
He's just sat behind Rodney McLeod. So I mean, our secondary has been. Harris was there last year.
okay,
Now Bradbury's new. I
yeah,
give you that one, but he's a
yeah,
vet.
man.
He should fit in just nicely.
Yeah. So, what are you expecting out of your team this year, and how are you expecting Miles Sanders to be? Because I know he was kind of upset when people were talking about him being with the twos, and then all of a sudden, the very next day, it's like a running back day, and uh, Miles Sanders is having, he's letting it be known that he's the number one running back on the team.
I keep trying to tell him, Joey, he don't listen to me, bro. He,
Every offseason.
yeah, he fails to recognize it. But
I mean, it's very easy. It's very easy when no one's guarding you, and you can just throw the ball up in the air, and then the guy can come down with it. So it's very easy to do that. But
well, that's the pot calling the fucking kettle black.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. No, man. Listen, I gotta say that I have nothing but the utmost respect for Miles Sanders. He did come from Penn State. I'm a big fan of Penn State. Same with Saquon. I have nothing but respect for him. Now, here's the thing. The thing is, though, that his injuries, bro, have really hurt his career so far. The best ability is availability, and he's not been available. But when he is, he's good. He's got 5.5 yards per carry when he's in there. That's amazing. He had no rushing touchdowns last year. I understand that, but listen, he's playing for a new contract, whether that's with us or another team. He seems to be taking it serious this year. That's what he says, why now? I thought you were taking it serious, for the last 3 years, but I guess this year he's serious. So, we're going to see. But I have nothing but high hopes for him. If he really, really, really can have a good year, and I expect him to without injury, 1,300 yards is a possibility. I'm not going to lie.
1,300 yards?
Yeah.
Has this guy even touched 1,000 yards yet?
Bro, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. You know that.
I mean, if the trend.
Listen, bro, with this offensive line, dude, damn near anyone in the NFL can break 1,000 yards.
This is what I'm going to find funny. That everyone says that all you Eagle fans sit there and say this offensive line, this offensive line, this offensive line. What if it turns out to be one of the worst? What if y'all just have a horrible, horrible season, and it just turns out to be one of the worst line? Like they just have a bad year.
Oh man, that's gonna be a fucking heartbreaker, bro. You know, I'll just have to bite my tongue and go on with it and take my lumps as a man, and cash in those fucking receipts very quietly and walk out the back door. So
Yeah.
inconspicuous, but I don't think that's gonna happen, man. I mean, listen, dude, Jalen Hurts, like I guess he is what you're basing this whole season on, correct?
Yeah.
As a Dallas fan, is Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, this whole season it's all on Jalen Hurts because if he doesn't perform next year, you're using those 2 picks, depending on where you're even drafting. First of all, using those 2 picks to trade up and get a quarterback, and Hurts' season is over. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and real quick, shout out to my boy Weapon X. Appreciate you for stopping through, man. He is one amazing content creator. All you guys definitely please go check him out. Shout out to the 20 in here, by the way. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe. We are on the way to 1K. So, yeah, man, you make a valid point, Weapon. If our O-line is bad this year, we won't sniff the playoffs, but we're not expecting that, Like, listen, I have nothing but the utmost respect for these players, and I also think very highly of this team and what they're going to do this season. We had that stream last night, me and Bird Gang 31. He kind of has me going his way. I've looked at some of the videos, the interviews and stuff, and I saw the interview with Jalen and AJ, and dude, you can just tell there's good vibes around our building, through everyone, players, defense, offense. That shit matters, I'm starting to feel the energy. I'm starting to feel the vibe. Yes, football is back. That is one reason why I feel it. But, dude, this team is different. In year 2, it's different. And you can sense it. And, dude, in all honesty, man, I understand. But I kind of am going and leaning towards them. It's going to be like a 13-4 year.
Look, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing this out there.
You're gonna clip the shit out of this and have fun doing it. This is your
no. I'm not gonna do that. But I'm gonna say this. Y'all want to know what y'all really sound like right now? Like most of y'all Eagle fans when y'all say stuff like that.
You guys?
Yeah, exactly. 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 You sound exactly like most Cowboy fans. Exactly.
Yeah, but dude, listen. What all we did? Why is it so wrong for us to be high on our team? There's no reason to be not high on them. I mean, they go out, they acquire AJ Brown, they get Kaiser White, they go out, get Riddick, and they get Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean, and Bradbury. They go out and get Pascal. We already know what our offensive line is. We already know what Jalen Hurts is. We already know what Goddard is. Like, dude, there's no reason for us not to be hyped about this team. This is a really good team. Granted, yes, we haven't seen them on the field yet to say that and claim it, but on paper, it is a very good team, and there's no reason that we can't be hyped about it.
And that's another thing. When y'all say on paper, you know how many times Cowboys have been paper champs and everyone's screaming Super Bowl or NFC Championship, yada, playoffs, and then we don't even sniff the playoffs? Like, that's why I find it funny because the shoe's on the other foot now, and y'all are saying this stuff, and I find it completely hilarious because we got made fun of time after time after time saying the exact same stuff y'all are, but now the shoe's on the other foot. The shoe's on the other foot, and now it's like, oh, we have every right to be. Which I'm not taking it away from y'all. You can say that, but it's kind of like I kind of know what's coming. Like it's like with Tyron Smith every year when he says, "Oh, this is the best I felt in years," yada yada, and then what happens? He goes out and gets hurt the 3rd game of the season, and he's out for 8 games. Like, I mean, it's the same. Yeah, I'm just saying, y'all just sound like us, and it's funny to me now because now the shoe's on the other foot.
Luck is on my side, though. We've been to the playoffs the last 4 of the 5 years.
I agree. But let's.
We were 9-7 last year with the shitty roster that we had. The semi-talent, whatever was there.
Yeah.
We went 9-7. They only improved this roster, so to sit here and say we're taking a step back is completely and utterly.
No one's saying no one said anything about taking a step
No,
back.
I know. I'm just
But
saying.
every year is different.
For sure.
Every year is different. You don't know what's going to happen from one year to the next. I get it. You went 9-7, but what did they do different last year? They added an extra game and they added an extra playoff spot. Let's be for real here. If they didn't add that extra playoff spot, y'all wouldn't have made the playoffs. I'm just saying this. And same thing when I talk about Zeke and oh, Zeke hit another 1,000 yards. Well, if they didn't have that extra game, Zeke wouldn't have touched 1,000 yards. Let's be real here. It was an extra game. It was an extra playoff spot, and a lot of that stuff doesn't being taken into account. It's more, oh, Eagles made the playoffs, Eagles this, Eagles that. Well, I mean, it's not the same as what it was a year, in the past years. And I get it. Now we're having 17 games. This is going to be the norm. There's going to be 14 playoff spots, right? 7 on each side. So, I mean, it only ups the chance for one of us to get in the playoffs, whether it's through the division, winning the division, or making the wild card.
Oh, well, 301. No lie, bro. We are being made fun of.
Because I can hear you. I'm going to let the dogs out real quick.
Yeah, go for it, bud. We are being made fun of for being paper champs. We get made fun of all the time because we hype our team up because of what we've done. And everyone's like, oh, you guys are delusional. No, dude. Listen, my team gets respect where, it's due. And they went out and they had a fantastic draft. They had a fantastic offseason. So, listen, man, there's no reason for me to feel down about this team. Now, if they come out between week 1 and week 5 and completely suck this shit up and go 1-4, I'm going to be pissed. There's no doubt about it. I've already said it, man. If we come out and we have 9 wins or less, everyone's fucking fired. Everyone's fucking gone. From the head coaches to the quarterback. That's completely unacceptable, dude. I'm rebuilding from the ground up. But I don't expect that. I expect these guys to come out and be 13-4, dude. This is a very talented group. You have 2 CBs who could be CB1s on anyone's team. No lie. And then you turn around and you have 2 wide receivers who are a 1A and a 1B who could be a starter on anyone's team. That is 2 very good skilled positions that we have, man. Whether you want to believe it or not, we're going to be very dangerous. And if Miles stays healthy, and we all know what Jalen can do, whether it's throwing or running, man, it doesn't matter. I mean, he's the first quarterback since 1950 to have 4,000 yards passing and 1,000 yards rushing in his first 20 games, bro. That means Michael Vick did not do that. Lamar Jackson did not do that. None of these guys before him have done that. That's something you got to give him props for.
I mean, the same thing could say for Dak Prescott when he first came into the league. And I'm going to get to Joey's question here in a second. But Dak Prescott had the longest passing record or passing streak without throwing an interception. And his rookie season, they kept comparing him to Tom Brady. And you know what Tom Brady is. So, I mean, that's people want to sit there and say, 20 games, this and that. I mean, to me, that doesn't mean anything. That means absolutely nothing. I mean, when they were comparing him to Tom Brady, it was okay, let him compare them to Tom Brady. That doesn't mean nothing. I mean, it's the first 10 games, first 20 games, first 30 games. Their completion percentage is very close. Their rookie stats are close and the same. So it was just to me, that kind of stuff just means nothing. I get it. Jalen Hurts is still inexperienced. He's still learning. He can improve. I've always said he can improve. When people ask me how come he can, I'm not saying he can. I know he can. I'm sure he will. Anything better than what he did last year, throwing for 16 touchdowns and throwing for more than 3,100 yards, is an improvement on what he did last year. But yeah, that kind of stuff to me, I don't even like I said, even on the Dak side of it, that kind of stuff just falls on deaf ears with me because to me that doesn't mean anything. But I want to get to Joey's question real quick. What is holding the Cowboys back? What is holding the Cowboys back from reaching an NFC Championship game or a Super Bowl? It's the Jerry Jones curse, bro. It's not Jerry Jones, Jimmy Johnson curse. Once Jerry Jones puts in Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor, everything will be lifted. Everything will be lifted. And then when we get a new quarterback. But I'm just saying. No. No, it's a culmination of things. It's Dak. I mean, I get it. Dak Prescott has the stats, but as we know, stats lie. Stats can be padded a lot, especially in garbage time. I'm not saying he has a lot of garbage time stats, or he does or doesn't. I'm just saying, stats can be padded. And then when you're coaching, when you can't lead your guys, or when your offensive coordinator tries to be the smartest guy in the room and just outsmarts himself, that's a problem too. Last year was the first year in a long time that this defense actually was the thriving point of this team. In the beginning of the season, we saw both sides playing very well, and then the offense kind of just sputtered out, and that has everything to do with the play calling. So I just think it's a combination of both. I think it's a combination of coaching and quarterback. I mean, even with Tony Romo a long time ago, I've been saying this recently that the Cowboys do not take stock into the quarterback position. So, I mean, if you look at the guys that we have drafted or signed to be our quarterback, after Troy Aikman, I mean, it's laughable. You have Quincy Carter, you have Ryan Leaf, you have Drew Bledsoe, Chad Hutchinson, you have Aaron Wright. I think he played for the Saints for a little while. You had Tony Romo, you had Brandon Whedon, you had Matt Castle, you Dak Prescott. I mean, none of these are first. I mean, other than we had Brad Johnson. I mean, other than like a Ryan Leaf who, out of college, he was a first-round talent, but was he really? No, he was a bust. When we had Brad, I don't even know when Brad Johnson was drafted, but we got him at the end of his career. Drew Bledsoe, he was a first-round talent, but we got him at the end of his career. So, I mean, even though we've had some of these first-round talents come in and play, it's past their prime at the end of their career, and we don't have, at those times, we didn't have great offensive lines the way we did towards the latter part of Tony Romo's career, or in the middle of Tony Romo's career, and then going into Dak Prescott, which we see the offensive line kind of just, it's past its prime, and you can see us revamping it, doing what we're doing. We went out and got Tyler Smith. So yeah, that's what's holding us back. It's the quarterback position and the coaching.
Okay, now I gotta ask you this, man, and listen, we are being hypothetical here. Okay,
Yeah.
so there is room to, yeah, all right. Because shout out to my boy Chip, he brings up a valid point, and I brought this point up the other night, and I asked someone, and I want you to be reasonable with it. Hurts had 9 drop touchdowns last year.
Uh-huh.
If those touchdowns, now granted, some of them were not Hurts's fault. Some of them were pick plays by other players. Some of them were, now granted, 2 of those were the wide receivers running out of bounds coming back in. Could the ball have been placed a little better? Who knows? I'll put that one on Hurts if you want because of ball placement, sure. But other than that, those other ones were not necessarily his fault. Okay, so say he gets those 9. All right, that would put him at 25. 25. Okay, and then you add on his 10, that would put him at 35 because of his 10 rushing. Mm-hmm. So you have 3,900 passing yards, and
31.
or 30 passing yards, and you have 35 touchdowns. Are you still speaking the same way of him?
I kind of would be, because look, if you look at, I've been speaking the same way about Lamar Jackson when he had his MVP season. He I don't even think he touched 3,200 passing yards. I think he had a little bit more. I think he either had over 31 or just barely like right under 32 passing yards. And then he had 36 touchdowns passing, and then he had 1,200 yards rushing. That was the thing. That's the thing with Jalen Hurts, is his rushing. I don't know. I really don't add in. I get it. Total touchdowns, I understand. But as far as a quarterback, you're more looking at can he pass the ball through the air? Can he get the ball in the end zone through the air? Not so much through his legs. I get it. Some quarterbacks are looked at like that with, Hurts right now, um, Lamar Jackson, and a few other ones. But yeah, man, to me, um, I'm still looking at him the same way because I would need to see more. I mean, I get it. I mean, Dak Prescott had 23 touchdowns his rookie season, right? Passing. So I mean, and even still now with Dak hitting at 34, I'm still talking. I mean, 37 last year. I'm still talking mess about him. So I mean, to me, um, unless you're winning and you're consistent and you're consistent about what you're doing, yeah, I'd probably still be talking
Oh,
about him.
wait. I call bullshit. You want to know
Why?
why? Because Dak is in his 7th fucking year. Jalen Hurts, that was his first full year starting last year. For him to have 35 touchdowns his first full year and Dak to only have 37, that's your argument there. Why the fuck doesn't Dak have more? It's not
Well, I mean, you're saying 35 touchdowns total. Dak Prescott had 37 passing touchdowns. That's not including. I don't even know if he ran for anything last year.
a touchdown is a touchdown. Whatever fucking gets me 7 points. I don't give a shit if he runs the ball or he throws the ball. A touchdown's a touchdown, bro. That's what wins football games.
So you're telling me that if your quarterback threw for 6 touchdown passes but had 20 rushing touchdowns and y'all were still in the same spot, you'd be good with that?
If it's winning ball games.
No,
listen. If Dak goes out one day and he rushes for 3 touchdowns and you guys win that game, you're not going to be okay with that?
I mean, winning the game, yes, everyone's okay with winning the game. But am I going to sit here and say, oh my God, Dak Prescott is this great quarterback, yada, yada? No. I'm going to be like, well, he didn't throw a single touchdown. He had under 250 yards passing today, yet again. But yeah, he got the W because he was able to take off when he needed to because he couldn't get the ball downfield or the offensive line was breaking down. And yeah, he made a play, but at that point, making plays and all that to me is a difference between being a quarterback and just a player. Like when I was getting that argument with these other guys about Lamar Jackson and who's a better quarterback, and they kept coming at me with Lamar Jackson's a better player, yada yada. They sound like, yes, I agree. Lamar Jackson is a way better player than Dak Prescott. But when it comes to throwing the football and just pure passing stuff, Lamar Jackson doesn't touch Dak Prescott, period, one bit. So, yeah.
I get that, but yo, man, that's listen, dude. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know we're the same age, but obviously, I think differently, man.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Listen, if Jalen goes out and has 120 yards passing, but yet he has like 80 yards rushing with 3 touchdowns, and we win the game that way, you ain't getting any bitching from me. Especially if he doesn't do anything wrong. If he controls the ball, if he's secure with it, if he makes smart decisions and he doesn't turn the ball over, dude, that's just part of the game. Like, obviously, the run game's weak, so he took advantage of it. He didn't need to use his arm that day. You know what I mean?
I understand, but that's what I'm saying. If you look at his passing stats, he runs the ball because his passing, him just as a passer isn't that great. He doesn't trust his arm. You can see that by his one reason he takes off running. He did that a lot last year. This year, he went through the offseason and spent a lot of time trying to fix what he had. And look, if you're having 120 yards passing and 3 touchdowns rushing, to me, it's just, at some point that's going to get figured out. And then if you can't run on defenses anymore and you can't pass the ball, then are you really even that good? Like, I mean, you're going to get figured out at some point.
Bro,
That's what I think is going to happen with Jalen Hurts if he keeps just running the football and he doesn't improve on his passing play, that he's going to get figured out. And,
yeah, but dude, he faced the number 1 rush defense in the last 2 years in the Saints, and each year they haven't been able to stop them. No one's been able to stop them. It's not always about scheme, dude. Like this guy, he has special talents. You might think you have them, but you don't. You know, he will find the hole. He will scramble away. He will take his 2-3 yards and be smart. Like I get it. You can always scheme to keep him at bay, but in the end, do you really have him? No
Well,
one's
that,
ever proven that they've had him. So
well, that really because
I
if I
apologize.
stand
Tampa, except the playoff game against Tampa.
no, no,
Yes,
no, not just that, but he has yet to beat the Dallas Cowboys, and the Dallas Cowboys have his number, whether it's with rushing or him passing the ball. I mean, until when I went to that game last year, the first game we played against y'all, Jalen Hurts I think had like 100 and maybe 50 yards, maybe 160 yards passing until the fourth quarter when we were just up by like 4 touchdowns, and he had 2 touchdowns at the end of the game. I mean, it's not. I mean, like I said, he couldn't run on us, and he couldn't he couldn't pass on us. I'm not saying we're the greatest defense or anything like that, but I mean there's just teams that you can beat. I mean look at the Saints and Tampa with Tom Brady. Tom Brady came in there, and Tom Brady has yet to beat the Saints since he's been with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean there's just teams out there that you always have their number, whether they're the best rushing team or the worst rushing team. As far as defensive goes, it's just some teams you just have their number.
plus, if I don't remember right, didn't wasn't it Jalen that dropped a 60 or 70 yard dot on your defense to Djax? Well, wasn't that against you guys, if I'm not mistaken?
Hold on, repeat that again.
I said, wasn't it Jalen that actually dropped like a 60, 70 yard dot to Djax against you like last year? Or the year,
No, not last year. The two,
or the
two
year
years
before?
ago.
Yeah, well, in his first rookie year. Yeah, didn't he do that? I'm pretty sure he did that.
Yeah, he did that, but who ended up winning that game?
It don't matter though. You no. The thing doesn't matter. You're questioning the kid's arm talent. When you're looking
Well,
at
you mean when there was no one around Djax? I think my almost 90-year-old
bro, your defensive end was right in his fucking face.
around Djax.
No, on Hurts. Your defensive end was straight in Hurts' face when he released that ball. It was not something he had time to think about. It was not time. He had to release it and he let it go. And yes, Djax was wide open, but it's fucking Djax. Like I know you want to question a man's arm, but he's proven that he has an arm. The one that he threw to Quez Watkins against San Francisco this past year.
You mean the one where Quez Watkins had to come back and get the football?
Dude, it don't matter. The fucking ball was there. It's about timing, man. These guys all were learning last year. That was like the third game of the year. It is what it is.
So I was just watching the play right now on Hurts to Djax. I wouldn't say the guy was in Hurts' face.
Come on.
I'm watching it right now.
I know, and I've watched it time and time again, bro. He's basically getting hit when he releases that ball. Come on.
He didn't even get touched.
I said basically getting hit. He's right in his face. Like, dude,
the guy jumps in the air. I don't even know who that was.
Yeah,
he jumps in the air and rolls off to the side.
Yeah, but he's right there. At least admit he's right fucking in his face. Like, come on.
He's within a 5-yard radius of him. Yes, I'll give you that.
A 2-yard radius. There you go.
And then just horrible angles are being taken on Djax. It's just.
I'm just saying, man. Don't knock his arm, man. Like
it wasn't an 80-yard bomb.
I didn't say 80. I said it was like a 60 or
60. I'm sorry. It wasn't even a 60-yard bomb. It was y'all were on the 20 and the ball barely got to the.
It was to like 45 on your side. It was
he's at the 10 right now, and the ball gets to.
Yeah, it was past
the 45. The 45. So he threw.
Whatever.
I mean, it wasn't a 60. It was barely like a 50-yard pass,
but
which
still,
which he has. He can. I've seen him throw the 50-yarders.
Well, not everybody's gonna have a Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes arm, bro. Like not every quarterback is gonna do that shit. Like, let's be realistic. Not everyone has that rocket arm, and you don't need your quarterback to have that rocket arm to win football games. As long as you scheme Jalen Hurts to his strengths and he goes out there and doesn't make mistakes and he's accurate and throws wide receivers open and he plays fucking smart football, you can win with Jalen fucking Hurts. And I think that's what fucking scares you guys.
Wait. So the fact that we've never lost to Jalen Hurts, it scares that scares us.
Bro, it's not about if you won or lost. Like, dude, no lie. He the first year, rookie year, he wasn't even supposed to be fucking playing. Okay, and then last year, it's all chemistry, new coaches, everything's brand new. The kid's never been in the same system more than 1 year since fucking high school, bro. All right, you gotta give him some credit where it's fucking due, man.
Okay, so what happens when he's in the second season and it all falls to crap? Are y'all gonna be saying
when it comes? I've already told you, bro. If he tanks this year, I'm looking. You will get no bullshit from me. It is about the name on the front first before the name on the back. If this kid comes out here and he underwhelms and underproduces, fuck yes, get me a quarterback with this team. It'll take us somewhere. But we need to get that guy, whoever that may be. But if he comes out and fucking proves, like, dude, his first 4 games, he had a 51% completion percentage. Okay, his last year he had a 61. He had a 10% increase. If he comes out and throws for 71 this year, I'm happy. If he gets better each and every time, I'm happy. If he shows all the right strides of improvement, come on. Sorry.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
I mean, when we're looking at stats, like I said, stats, they don't tell the whole story. I mean, you can have a 71 completion percentage, but you know what kind of throws are we making here? Are we doing nothing but checkdowns all the time to get that 71%? You know, and then we're taking off running because Jalen Hurts can't make the throw downfield. I mean, I get it. We've seen him do it from time to time, but can it be done consistently? We don't know.
Hater.
Oh man, I'm just trying to prepare y'all for what's about to happen. Every time when I'm talking about stuff, like even for me, like I don't let my emotions, my feelings, what I think. Look, I was a Dak defender for 4 years. I was. It kind of started to fall off for me when Zeke went out, and we went like 3-3. That whole time Zeke was out. But as I've started to actually open my eyes a little bit, it's like, okay, Dak ain't all that like everyone's thinking. I get it. The stats are there, but he's just not it for me. You know what I mean? And for Jalen Hurts, I don't know. I mean, he was a second round pick, and the only reason why he was taken that early was because y'all are quarterback factory. I mean, I think the story goes is that we were going to take him, and y'all don't want us to grab him. I don't know if that's true.
Bro, I don't even give a shit. I'll tell you something, man. This fucking kid is phenomenal when it comes to the mental side of things. He is a great leader. Whether you want to believe it or not, these players want to fight for him. They want to play with him. You know, AJ, dude, if they get on the same page, like Jalen said in that interview the other day, he's like, I don't want him to see it my way. He doesn't want to see it his way. We want to see it our way. You know, and they're talking about the field. You know, it's about chemistry. It's about brotherhood. It's about camaraderie. It's about all of that connecting as one. And these guys are doing it, bro. They really are. I mean, they're a bunch of very young, talented individuals mixed in with some very, very good vets, and it's working. I truly, honestly believe that.
And don't you think that like every other NFL football team is doing the exact same thing? That what y'all are doing, building that chemistry?
No, I understand, bro. I'm not saying that they're not, but what I'm saying is that there are teams out there who take it to other levels. You know, the ones that are in the playoffs every year, they're there because the connection they build throughout the year. It's the brotherhood and the fight for one another. Not all teams do that throughout the year, all year long. You know, once they get on a losing streak, it takes them down. You know, you should know all about that. You know, but all I'm saying is that, like, I don't know, man. These guys, they don't seem like they're going to stop. Their desire is not there to quit. You know, that's all, man. The NFC East is wide open for you guys and us. Okay, in all honesty, but I've actually seen the light, and I actually think Washington's going to beat you out for second. So better look out.
We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I gotta give the dumb comment of the day to this right here.
Oh,
Oh, where'd it go?
my,
Boys for Life is a dumbass. Hurts had a stronger arm and better combine than Herbert. He has talent. I'm not saying he doesn't have talent. You got to have talent to get into the NFL. But to say that he has a stronger arm than Herbert, that is pure laughable. That is purely a joke. There's no way that Hurts has a stronger arm than Herbert. I just want to let that be known. There's just no way. I don't see it.
I have no comment.
But
Listen, but I'm okay with that. Like I said, man, not everyone has a Pat Mahomes arm or a Justin Herbert arm or a Burrow. You know, like in all honesty, they don't. So I'm happy with what I got, dude. Now all we got to do is just make it work. He has his friends. He has people he trusts. You know, and I believe that's a lot that had to do with a lot of the reason why we started out rough too. Is there was no trust there, bro. When Jalen stepped back and he took his 3-step drop or his 5-step drop, and he was getting ready to release that football, he didn't trust that his receivers were going to be there. He didn't trust that shit. He has that trust now with AJ, that vet, that person that he works out with even over the offseason before he was an Eagle. Like, these guys have been prepping and training to do this the moment they've became friends. So I don't think it's going to stop, man. They're going to bring some fire to this offense you haven't seen in a while. Just saying.
so what happens when the Lions shut y'all out? And I'm not saying shut out, but if the Lions beat y'all, is the season going to shit at that point?
And you
Y'all
are
panic
really
on-
rolling strolls right now, homie. You're trying to find any way to win this conversation, but it ain't going to work.
I'm just saying, man. I normally lose in conversations just because people make valid points, but then when the season comes, I play more of the long game here. Like I'll say what I have to say, and then I kind of lose the conversation at that point in time. But then as seasons play out, it's like, well, I told you, I was right.
Hey, do you have an
And
answer for this?
what's going on with Trayvon Diggs deactivated? I have no idea. That I have no idea. That mean I didn't even know he did that. I heard people talking about it, and I was like, what are y'all talking about? And then someone posted a screenshot of Trayvon Diggs I guess Twitter account that it was deactivated. To be honest with you, man, I don't even think that these guys run their own Twitter accounts.
They don't.
Most
They
of
have
them don't.
hired for that shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got other people hired for that stuff. So I really don't think, I don't even know if that was actually him that deactivated. It could have been someone else. You know what I mean? So most of these guys don't even pay attention to that stuff. How do you feel about Barr? I feel good about him. That signing, if he's able to stay healthy, brings a veteran presence to this defense, and it'll allow Michael Parsons to actually roam free on the defensive side, which is going to be a problem for a lot of offenses, including the Eagles.
Well, yeah.
It's going to be a big problem.
To wonder why it wasn't a wide receiver, though.
You what?
Don't you scratch your head a little bit to wonder why him and not a wide receiver, though?
No, because Anthony Barr. It seems like Anthony Barr was the guy that everyone wanted to bring in. As much as I'm like, it's whatever. Like, I know what this team is, or like as far as like what we do in the offseason, I know what we do. We never really have that big free agent signing. We're always bargain shopping, and look, we're bargain shopping here with Anthony Barr. I think it was a 1-year deal. It's a low risk, high reward type of signing. Stuff that we like to do.
I thought I heard that too, bro.
Barr is a child predator. Boyz4Life says what?
You said you were about to say predator, and then you paused. Remember? That's why.
I mispronounced presents.
No, but that's why I started laughing so hard because I heard predator, but I left it alone. I was gonna say something, but then Jock had to step in and say what? So I was like, yeah, I thought I heard that too.
Hey, child predator. I knew I like I was like trying to pronounce the word, but I mispronounced it. But I didn't think it sounded like predator. Maybe I guess. But
That was awesome. Thank you. I need.
hold on. What does this guy say? Boyz4Life shouldn't be getting that CD season hat into production. Let's go. Oh man, dude, it's so funny, man. Everyone's, it cracks me up because everyone's over here, telling me don't be doing it. He can sue you. No, he's not. He can't. I mean, I get it. He may have a trademark rights on the Hurt season, but the CD season, which I haven't even made, all I'm gonna do is probably just make a single hat and wear it myself. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
but anyway,
just have the one and original one.
Yep, just have the one and original one. But then once if Jalen Hurts is not the quarterback next season, oh, you're damn right, I'm gonna be making these things.
Bro, you worry about your own fucking quarterback.
Why do I need to worry about I already know what my quarterback is.
Yeah. Exactly. Your quarterback is 7 years in and is a piece of shit. Mine's only got 1 year and a half and 4 games, and
my guy's a piece of shit. I mean, my quarterback, he's a great leader. People want to play for him. You just hear nothing. Hold on. You hear nothing but great things from his teammates and how he leads. You even hear from the coaches, the analysts, and say how guys gravitate towards him because he has that it factor as far as being able to lead a team.
You hear the same shit about Carson Wentz, and how much is that full of shit?
Well, we just said the same thing about Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
same thing about Jalen Hurts.
Proven.
So for you to sit there and say, "Oh, Boyz4Life, you were correct. We have to wait 7 years."
And I did not say that he's a piece of shit as a person. I'm saying he's a piece of shit because
No, I understand. I know what you meant.
Feel like you're a winning team, and then when it really matters most, he yanks that fucking carpet out from underneath you, and you fall flat.
I mean, let's be real here. Last year, look, this is the thing. I know you said you talked about trust and not being able to trust the wide receivers and yada yada. Well, is that why his passing stats were so bad last year in the first 7 games? Because when y'all were a pass-heavy team, y'all were horrible. It wasn't until y'all started running the football, he started running the football, that y'all became the number 1 rushing offense in the league, and y'all beat a bunch of backups and third-string quarterbacks to get into the playoffs. Now you're not facing third-string and backup quarterbacks. I mean, unless they get hurt throughout the season when y'all play them. But are y'all going to go now that A.J. Brown's here? Are y'all going to be a pass-happy team again and abandon the run? Are y'all going to be a balanced team? Or y'all going to be y'all going to be balanced?
Yeah, it's going to be balanced. And, bro, you can't sit there and dog my team for the schedule that they got last year. We got the schedule like everyone else did. We don't pick our games. We're given
we had the same schedule y'all had except for 3 different games. Because they added an extra game. So
and we won the games we needed to win to get in. That's not our fault.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not dogging you for who y'all played, what y'all did. None of that. So I'm just simply throwing it out there that y'all played a bunch of third string quarterbacks and backups last year. Now y'all aren't doing that. Now you're playing a bunch of, unless, like I said, the first string, whatever, unless guys get hurt. We don't know. We're not there yet. But I'm just saying, y'all beat the teams you're supposed to beat because they had lesser talent than y'all at the quarterback position, because let's face it, Jalen Hurts is a starting quarterback now, and a lot of these guys are backups and third string. So, I mean,
you shush, Cowboys. Don't get in. Stay out of it.
So, but yeah, man.
Yeah. So what? You act like we're the only ones that have ever lost to Daniel fucking Jones. Other people have lost to Daniel Jones. Whoop-de-doo.
I think you're the only one in the division that has lost to Daniel Jones.
No.
The Cowboys haven't. I don't think Washington has.
I think that's bullshit. Look it up. Prove it, motherfucker.
Well, the Jalen Hurts did lose to the Giants last year, and their backup quarterback. Did they not? Right? Mark Sanchez, I think, came out of retirement and beat y'all. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Dude, don't mess with me like that. Wait.
I mean, I know y'all lost to the Giants last year, right? Y'all lost to the Giants last year?
Yeah, it's Daniel Jones, but we didn't lose.
Oh, look who it is. Look who it is. Look who it is. Oh, man. This is fun. I was getting ready to get off, but this just got interesting. This got interesting.
Dog. Seriously?
I mean, I don't got a problem with this guy. I mean, he's the one that lost his shit because I said CeeDee Lamb was a better wide receiver than A.J. Brown. I mean, he's the one that lost his shit, you know. I think he hadn't taken his medication yet. I think it was too early in the morning for him. He had just gotten out of bed. Actually, I want to know what a 15-year-old kid is doing away. I don't know what time zone he's in, but it was about 7, 8 o'clock when this started going down. Like, why are you up so early? Like, it's summertime. School's about to start. I'd be naked in my bed, passed the fuck out.
That's an image I didn't need. Oh shit!
I'm just kidding.
Um,
I'm just kidding. I don't think I've ever slept naked a day in my life. I mean, I did one time go to bed drunk, like with my with my shorts on. Then I woke up and they were gone. I don't know what happened. they were off. I don't know what happened. I woke up and was like, "Why are my pants down at my ankles?" And I woke up by myself.
I'm just gonna let that go.
Oh man, I got some stories, man.
And listen, I bet you do, man, but I definitely am going to leave that one alone. Oh shit! I bet you somebody's clipping that. Somebody out there somewhere has got their clip ready.
That's fine with me. That's fine with me. Just know I was by myself when that happened. Just so we know.
So he knows.
Just so he knows, I was dead alone at home.
Aliens? Yeah, no.
Yeah, probably. I got probed that night, I'm sure, by aliens. What's funny is like what's funny is like no joke in real life, like this is the way me and like the guys at work like joke around. We say like gay shit all the time. Like it's fucking hilarious. Cause like it's just funny. Like them job like it's fucking hilarious. Like I'll tell my wife some things and she's like, "Why do y'all talk about them? Why do y'all do that?" And I'm like, "I don't know, cause it's fun. Like cause it's funny." Cause it's fucking hilarious.
Oh shit! No,
Boyz4Life. Will Prescott ever win a playoff game? He has won a playoff game, so I mean that's already answered your question. Or will he be the next Kirk Cousins or the next Tony? Well, him and Tony Romo both have, and Kirk Cousins all have one playoff win. So, yeah, Boyz4Life after hours. Yeah, you know what? If that was a thing, I would, because like I said, I got some weird stories I could tell y'all.
Yeah, I would love to hear that. I got some weird ones too, man. I mean, the older you get, the weirder they get. I'm not gonna lie. So,
what the Boyz4Life on school days for me? I wake up at 5:30. I don't care, bro. I literally do not care. I was just saying, like, you know, you're a kid. You have school. You're on summer vacation. Why are you waking up so early? I mean, but hey, man, kudos to you. I couldn't sleep. You know, I'd always wake up early at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, just because that's what I was used to.
cherish it
clocks.
When you have kids, bro. That shit goes away.
What?
Sleep.
Oh no, well, sleep hasn't really gone away since we've had our son because we've been blessed with a good baby. He doesn't.
What you trying?
You what?
What you trying to say? You saying
I mean, he wasn't. He wasn't. What I'm trying to say is that
Oh,
he
baby,
doesn't.
what?
He doesn't cry for no damn reason. Like he sleeps, and he'll sleep for a long period, like 2 hours, and he'll wait 2-3 hours, and he'll wake up because he's hungry. He'll cry. We feed him. He goes right back to sleep, and then now that he's hitting his 2 month mark, he's sleeping for longer hours. He's not really waking up. You know, he
Oh
kind
yeah,
of.
dude, it's real easy to get him milk drunk and let him sleep all day. Wait till he turns 1 and walks around and fucking can say "daddy" and destroy the house. And 5 minutes later, after you clean it, destroy it again. And and then he wakes up in the middle of the night and fucking just cold clocks you right in the ding-a-ling because he's crawling in the fucking bed over top of you and wakes you up with a stunner elbow right to the you know what.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
see, this is the thing, and this is why I was saying what I was saying because my sister's son, he had, I guess, what you call colic, right? And he would cry all. I mean, I never saw it, but my mom like stayed over at their house for like 2-3 weeks straight, and like it'd be like 2-3 in the morning, 1 in the morning, and he's just crying and then as soon as you put him to sleep and then you put him down in his bassinet, he'd wake up crying and crying and crying. So I mean,
Yeah.
but my like our son, we he luckily, like I said, we were blessed to where that's not happening. He's able to just go to sleep when he needs to, wake up when he's hungry, when he needs to be changed, and then boom, right back to sleep. So
Yeah, no, my son, he actually had to have his tonsils out when he was 1.5.
mm-hmm.
So it was cutting off his air when he was sleeping. His tonsils were because they were too
Oh,
big,
okay.
and so we had to go and have them taken out. And dude, I'll tell you what, man, that was probably the most miserable week of my life. Like, because just the pain he was in afterwards. You had to do uh, Tylenol and ibuprofen every 4 hours.
Yeah.
One for the first four, then the next four is the ibuprofen and so forth. And dude, you could not even put him down. Like he had to sleep on you. If you put him in his crib, dude, he instantly, like you said, would wake right up.
Yeah.
I don't think I slept at all that year. It was terrible, man.
Yeah, I think the same thing happened with my brother. I don't know how he was like after he got his tonsils out, but he had to get his tonsils out at a young age. Luckily for me, I think I was in second grade when I got my tonsils out, so I was old enough and I was able to have all the ice cream and Jello that I wanted. So,
Yeah,
so that was fun. But man, it's already been. We're going on an hour and 15. Man,
yes,
it's been fun. It's been fun. We're gonna have to do this again next week. I do, like I said, Monday. Like I told you, Monday starts my new position at work. So right now, it's basically you go in at 6 and you get off when you get off. It's just that time of the year for us because I do work with the water utility, and there are a lot of all of our pipes are in the ground. So as it gets hot and the ground dries up, ground shifts, pipes break. So we just got to play it by ear at least for another month or two, and then after that, um, me getting off on time will be consistent. So
yeah.
we'll just
No,
go from
I'm good with Fridays for right now. Like
okay.
I said, dude, it's flexible. If you need some time, let me know. We'll push it to whatever we need to. So
Awesome.
I like 9 o'clock on Fridays. If that's good for you, that's good for
Oh
me.
yeah,
Gives me something to do because this is really the only other thing I do on the weekend. So,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. I don't know. I was thinking about starting up my stream and talking about what happened today, but because my wife just went upstairs with some food and then my son's asleep, so uh, all I really got to do is go to bed. so I don't, so,
well, if
but
you do,
yeah,
I'll be there.
yeah. All right, man.
Well, listen, shout out to the 13 still in here rocking with us. We appreciate you, each and every one of you, and thanks for keeping the comments rocking tonight. Um, please hit that like button on your way out. Please hit that subscribe button for me and my boy Boys for Life. We are live on my channel, his channel, Hardcore Sports, Twitch, Twitter, all of them. So definitely, if you guys are out there and you're watching, hit that like button. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you, man, for doing this with me. You got any last words?
No, no last words. Just everyone have a good weekend and be safe out there. It's a
Yep,
dangerous world.
definitely. Be safe, and I will see everyone Sunday at the Eagles Open practice. If you're there, hit me up, DM me. Peace.
Peace.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. rhythm of the bass part. Man, I feel the rhythm of the bass part.